The subject of gut health is very topical. It often gets thrown around in dinner table conversations. However, what people don't often realize is what is the significance of this organ, your gut, and how is it impacting your overall health and well-being. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 reasons that are compelling, that urge your attention to look after your gut health. I will be providing you with some empowering ideas that can allow you to create long-term transformation. By way of introduction, my name is Dr. Arun. I'm a gastrointestinal and a weight loss surgeon. I'm also an author and a researcher, and I'm also a yoga and a meditation teacher, which allows me to bring a holistic, a scientific view towards our health and well-being. The topic of gut health has been of a keen area of my interest and work for the last 3 decades. When I first went through the work of Hippocrates, the father of medicine, who lived in the year 320 BC, I found out in his teachings that what he said is so pertinent even today. And he said that all disease begins in the gut. We are currently facing an epidemic of chronic inflammatory diseases, which are conditions like cardiovascular diseases, type 2 diabetes, obesity, cancers, and also Alzheimer's disease. At the basis of all these conditions is what we call as chronic inflammation. And this inflammation starts in your gut. So in order to fix this inflammation, you need to know how this organ functions and how it is playing such a key role in your overall health and well-being. Well, the first and the most important function is that of digestion and metabolism. Now, many of us understand that digestion means assimilating energy from the food. It's far more than that. Digestion actually involves breaking down the food into its minute, simpler forms such that the nutrients that are locked within them can be released. These include vitamins, essential minerals, and of course, carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Besides this breakdown, this process of digestion breaks and releases energy that can be used to fuel the body's processes, but also allow us to optimize our metabolism. And the third and the most important aspect in this category is that of detoxification, in which the gut is something that can sense. It's an organ that has got amazing filtration systems which get rid of the waste, the toxins, and that can be eliminated. The second important function of the gut is that of the immune system. Now, in the immune system, as we know, it is the first line of defense against any threat, viruses, bacteria, or parasites that you may consume accidentally through the food that you are taking in. And the first line of defense rests in these areas, which are called the pairs, patches in the gut, and also they are supported by the lymphatics and the lymph nodes, which, by the way, is the richest in density in the human body in the gut. If this function is not working optimally, it leads to situations like food intolerances and also autoimmune conditions in which the immune system is starting to attack its own healthy cells, which can lead to conditions like thyroiditis, psoriasis, which is on the skin, but the origins are in the gut. And of course, when this autoimmune condition or when this immune function is not optimal, it can also lead to increased inflammation, which manifests as inflammatory bowel disease, in which the inner lining of the gut starts to erode and get damaged, leading to a condition called inflammatory bowel disease or ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease. The third function of the gut is that of the endocrine system. Now, the endocrine is related to the hormones that the gut is producing, and the gut happens to be the largest endocrine organ in the body. It produces hormones like serotonin, dopamine, and oxytocin, which are involved in mood regulation, and also insulin and glucagon, which are involved in the metabolism and maintaining the blood glucose. Now, these are just a few hormones that I've mentioned. There are several other hormones which I've not mentioned over here, but suffice it to say that they are essential in maintenance of your metabolism and of your physiology. When this does not happen to be the case, it leads to conditions like diabetes and fatty liver. And fatty liver is a part of what we call as medically a metabolic syndrome. The fourth important function of the gut is that of its connection with the brain. Now, this is one area that really fascinates me because I truly believe that this is where, when we start to get into the nuances of how the gut-brain connection is impacting our decision making, it opens up the whole space of how we are guided by our intuition, how gut feelings are so relevant, and they give us clarity and guidance. Now, this is where I bring in some of my knowledge from the yoga space as well, because we talk about this space called as the solar plexus. The solar plexus is one of the energy centers which is well recognized in individuals who have sort of learned more about how these different energy centers are channeling energy in the body. But for the context of this presentation, there are two key ways how the gut and the brain are communicating. One is through what we call as the 10th cranial nerve, the vagus nerve, and the other is through multiple neurotransmitters or protein molecules, which are messenger molecules in sense, and they are transmitting information from the gut to the brain. The fascinating thing about the vagus nerve is that even though it is meant to originate in the brain and come down into the various parts into the gut, 80% of the signals in this nerve are going from the gut to the brain. So the brain is, in a sense, getting more information from the gut than it is sending out to the gut, which is really fascinating piece of information. The fifth and the most essential and the newest kid on the block, I should say, which in terms of the functions of the gut, is that because of the presence of this living ecosystem in the gut, which is called the gut microbiome. The gut microbiome is a collection of these live bacteria, viruses, and fungi, which live in harmony. There is a balance of good and bad bacteria that is there, which is actually allowing the gut to maintain its healthy function. It is estimated that there are about 100 bacteria to every one cell of our body. What it means is you are more bacteria or you are more microbiome than you are cells. Now, these gut microbiome are really essential for our health and well-being. To name a few of the benefits that they bestow upon us, they not only break down the food and unlock the nutrients, but they also make many neurotransmitters, and they also keep our immune system healthy. When there are changes in the composition of these bad bacteria, it can actually lead to more inflammation in the body. As I had mentioned just a moment ago, that these bacteria produce neurotransmitters. These are messenger molecules that send messages to your brain and to the rest of the body. Now, if you are somebody who has been fascinated to know more about gut health, I have created a Fit Gut cheat sheet. This Fit Gut cheat sheet is not a magic pill or a probiotic or a supplement that I'm trying to sell. It is essentially a series of 5 or 6 practices that are evidence-based that will allow you to give yourself a kickstart and experiment with how you can enhance your gut health by simple practices. You can go to my website and get the information from there. I've also, if somebody is interested in learning more about it, I have written a book which is called Happy Gut, Healthy Weight. And the essence of this book is to help you optimize your gut health and also enhance these 4 key areas which it can help you with. Number 1, it can help you lose weight and maintain your weight loss. Number 2, gain mental clarity. Number 3, experience more vitality. And last and most important is feel that confidence, feel that energy that comes when you know that you are in alignment and your gut is healthy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you wish to contact us to make an appointment with our dietitians or with our medical practitioners, feel free to reach out to us. Until then, stay safe and take care. Thank you.